What's going on, people? It's your man, Urban Love Report, live direct from the Urban Watched the game last night against the Charlotte Hornets and the Los Angeles Lakers. Not gonna say too much, man. I want to address our fan base. Now, y'all know I'm not a real big advocate of LeBron James, so I'm not no LeBron James stan or anybody that's like just biased because it's LeBron James. Y'all sure already know that by now, that my views of when I talk about certain players is based on what I see and based on what they do on and off the court if I decide to talk about off the court endeavors. Now, y'all know that based on the fact that I was always hyped about the young players. But like I said also that I am a Laker fan or observer of the Los Angeles Lakers, should I say. And the thing about it is that no matter what the Lakers do, even though we might disagree about some of the outcome of what they do, at the end of the day, if you're a Laker fan or observer, you're going to ride with them regardless. Do or die. Because, you know, a lot of people have basically, you know, jump ship and all that because some of the young players are gone or they don't like LeBron or whatever it may be. Now, I had posted my last video, and I'm not going to get too much into the LeBron James system because my thing right now is I'm just watching it unfold right now, just watching to see what take place before I make, you know, talk about other critical things that can help the team improve. But it's just me, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm actually on the coaching staff and I say, okay, let's do this way. It's only my opinion, just like everything that you talk about is your opinion as well. Or this one, I don't want to talk while I'm trying to talk in the video. But anyway, so when I talk about LeBron James, I'm gonna give him good and bad, just like I do anybody else. I'm not gonna be biased and say, oh well, you know, I'm not gonna do none of that. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and if he could have played better, or he could have did this and that. Now, the game against the game that we actually lost. What was it? The game we lost against the Clippers. Like I said before, he didn't insert himself. But this game right here against the Charlotte Hornets was a pretty good game. A good game, just like I said in the last game, how, you know, he have to attack the basket and do a lot of other things. And he did that. And this game right here, he basically let the offense, instead of him taking over, he allowed the other players to get in the flow of the offense. Like, they got KCP going. I know a lot of people were so frustrated with KCP. Like I told people over and over again, you got, you know, a roster of players. The only good thing about it is that, you know, if somebody's playing bad, you always can have somebody else come in and take over that spot for that individual. It's not like, well, we got to have that person out on the floor. But they got KCP out on the floor long enough to actually build up his confidence to get him knock some shots down. And he made some couple good plays, you know, and a lot of fans, you know, might just ignore it. But me personally, when I see you do good, I got to speak on that about you doing good. And KCP, my hat is off to you because you finally, this game right here, you came back after only averaging 1 point, which wasn't actually a score made outside the free throw line, but just 1 point off the free throw line. But you finally got into the rhythm, and I hope you continue. Like I said before, we don't know what Vogel had told KCP, you know, when he out there on the floor, because everybody has certain assignments. KCP was probably given an assignment to actually guard some of the best players. And sometimes what you got to understand, if you're chasing the best players around all through the time you on that court, and if you're playing guys like Kawhi Leonard who can back you down and be very physical down low, or other guys that's physical down low, and you want to on a switch, want to play them, it can take a big momentum off of you not momentum, but it takes a lot of chunk of your energy off of you when you're on offense, because you worn down, you playing defense, you being physical, you chasing people around. That when you get on offense, sometimes your legs are not there, you know, you're not physically stable enough to actually score when you want to. It could be a lot of different things that actually can prevent somebody from scoring. I'm not trying to make excuse for KCP. All I'm saying at the end of the day is that we got to just, you know, just be patient. You know, this is the roster we're dealt for the rest of the season, unless something major happens. But this is the roster we're dealt with, and in order to understand, there's no point of really every game just crying about certain players. You know, it is what it is, man. We just go ahead and accept it for what it is, and just say, you know what? You know, if they win, they win. If they don't, they don't. You know, I mean, that's my point. I don't want, like I said, I don't want to get into the argument of saying that, well, you know, they should have this, they should have that. Yeah, I mean, personally, they could have did a lot of other things, but I choose not to talk about it. Now, the thing about it is that now we're going to talk about the Charlotte game. Now, Charlotte, I'm going to tell you like this, man. That guy Zeller was freaking killing. You got to give him hats off, man. Listen, that dude was killing, man. No matter if they had JaVale on him, Davis, or Dwight Howard. He had a double-double. Being real physical down low. And I like that from opponents, man, you know, to make our players play hard. Now, the one thing I do like about the addition of Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee combo is that if one guy ain't playing good, the other guy's going to step up. Because the thing is that you got to understand, as long as you got somebody looking over your shoulder, as long as you got somebody behind you, you're constantly looking over your shoulder, so that means you're going to play better. Because if you're not going to play better, that means you're going to be benched, and the other guy going to come in and get your minutes. For instance, Dwight Howard came out, had a good game. Now, JaVale had a quiet 10 points, but a lot of it came up through the trash, you know, the trash when they've already blown them out. Now, Dwight Howard was the anchor. Him and Anthony Davis, once again, were the anchor of that defense. Caruso came in for a couple minutes, got him going as well, got to take hats off to Caruso, a steal that led to a dunk, came right in and hit a three-point shot. You know, so there were different aspects of plays that actually helped the team move in the right direction. And like I said, what LeBron James actually kind of like was real mellow in the first half. He kind of let the guys, you know, do what they had to do. He didn't like try to take over nothing like that. He got guys in position to score and all that. I still think that the ball movement is very important. They need more ball movement. That's what happens when you have traditional guards or point forwards that actually had the ball in their hand 90% of the time, that really only looking for a person for a shot or layup. There's not enough ball movement. You know, a ball movement, like somebody make a quick pass to somebody, and they make a pass, and just keep passing until you get the open shot. And this is what other teams are utilizing as their formula to beat the Lakers or be close in most of them games. That's why you see teams like Charlotte, who you're looking like, damn, yo, we should just spank them from the door. It's because they get a lot of open shots. A lot of open shots because it's based on ball movement. You keep passing around to the open person. And that's all most teams do. Because if you pass around open, because here's the thing. One thing the Lakers do, and I keep saying that they shouldn't do, because you got big men, you don't have to double up. A lot of times you catch the Lakers getting double up on certain players when they don't need to. Anthony Davis is a good defender. JaVale McGee might move his legs a little, no, not as much, but he's still a pretty okay defender. Dwight Howard, okay defender. You know, Dwight Howard won Defensive Player of the Year a couple times. You know, KCP, not a bad defender. Danny Green, not a bad defender. Avery Bradley, not a bad defender. LeBron James, not a bad defender. Yeah, he had doing his spurts, but he's still not a bad defender. And you don't always have to double team a lot because you're leaving guys wide open for threes. And that's what the league has become, you know. Keep passing the ball around to the open man to hit the shot. That's why a lot of teams got centers that can hit threes to pull their man out of the paint. So that way when they're outside the perimeter chasing their center, guards are getting the rebounds and stuff like that. So that's one thing that the Lakers have to want. They got to fix that perimeter defense. They don't have to double team. You know, they get man to man and just play the perimeter because most teams are looking to shoot that three ball. So you play the perimeter, chase them guys off the perimeter, make them play you inside. That's where the Lakers, that's where their strength is at, is in the paint. With Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, even LeBron James, their strength of defense is in that paint. So if you chase the guys off the perimeter, throw that ball down low and make them play the likes of Dwight Howard, Davis, and McGee. You know what I'm saying? So they can alter their shot and also get on the fast break because these guys, they're hungry. So a lot of times out of 10, when they play pretty good defense, get a block shot, and they're able to control their block shot, grab it, or knock it to one of their teammates, is a fast break. And that's another thing I want to talk about. Fast breaks are starting to get a little bit better now because like the first game, it wasn't that many fast breaks. Second game, I think they only had like 18 or 19. This game, they had more fast breaks. But the fast breaks are very important because when you run the ball, you're not giving the defense enough time to set up and get into their set. When you run it, you catch them off guard, and that's how you easily get easy scores. That's why if you ever noticed back then with Laker or Magic Johnson and with Showtime, that was their biggest aspect, fast breaks. Because all they would do is get out on a break. You get on a break, you got to get back, play defense. And if you're not playing defense or you're not running back, that's easy buckets. You know what I mean? You don't have to work hard for them buckets. That's why when they get the rebound, I always say they should be running. That's the only thing I will respect about Luke Walton when he had Lonzo and all them guys is the fast breaks. Other than that, I know he can't coach. It's showing Sacramento games, but we're not going to talk about that. But the point is, that's one thing I just like is the fast break. Get out on a run, get on the break. Now I know the guys, a lot of older guys, the veterans and all that. That's cool. But you mix them in with some of these young guys, and that way you can run. And you can run it, and it's pretty cool. Now, LeBron James scored in the second half. Once again, did the same thing he did in a previous game where he actually gets the Jazz, where he actually started going down low, getting easier layups, taking the mixed matches or whatever they were giving him, and taking advantage of them. You know, breaking guys down. And that's what I like to see for LeBron, because in reality of it, we know LeBron's getting up there. He's getting up there in age. He's not going to be the same LeBron that he was in his prime or when he was the younger LeBron in his 20s. So he got to play off spurts, you know, and that's why I be telling fans we can't be attacking him all the time because this guy almost 40 years old, man. He's almost 40 years old. He's not going to give you the same thing he gave you. Well, not us, but that he gave the league 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's like Vince Carter. Like, you know, these older guys in the league. Remember, basketball years are like the age of, what, 35, if that? You know what I'm saying? So in retrospect, I think it's 35. Some might be 32, depending on if teams pick you back up. But the understanding is that this guy is considered old now. So he's not going to be doing a lot of things that we expect him to do. This is the reason why he's trying to get Anthony Davis going. The only thing that scares me about Anthony Davis is, once again, is the simple fact that when he go hard, every time he hit that floor, man, you'd be like, oh, man, please, he's just like an accident waiting to happen. You know what I mean? Because he go too hard. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. But the way that, you know, I don't know, man. Because you'll think that guys today, with all the new technology and all that, you would think that they'll be physically more prepared than guys was back in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Because back in the 80s, early 90s, they were more physical. And they were always hitting the floor. But a lot of guys weren't out as much as they are today. Like, I mean, like last year, oh my God, they had so many people out last year and the year before, it was ridiculous. But anyway, they played a good game against Charlotte. Dwight Howard went off, man. I mean, Dwight Howard, like I said, I love what he did. He gave us what? I think he had what? 14 points and 10 boards, or vice versa, something like that. But he played pretty good. And that's why, like I said, I like the tandem of him and JaVale McGee, because when Dwight Howard not looking good, JaVale McGee looking good. Or, once again, they go with Anthony Davis at center. So, that three-man rotation where Anthony Davis sometimes finishing up at center, depending on the outcome of which one is playing better, I like that. Because Anthony Davis, he plays better at the center spot. He don't have to play center all the time, because I know he can cry about it, I don't want to play center. But the point is, by him playing center sometimes, it makes it cool, because then LeBron James can play either power forward or small forward, depending on what the lineup is. But personally, I would have Anthony Davis and LeBron James at the power forward spot, and Anthony Davis at the center spot. But they looked good, man. Like I said, they spanked on Charlotte. At first, Charlotte hung in there because they would get a lot of open threes. The guy Bacon, Rozier, and Zellas, they were doing their thing. You know, and you got to take your hats off to Charlotte Hornets, because that's a whole new different team. You know, they got some old players that came back, but that's a whole new different team. And they did play pretty good until, like, this, you know, that third half, the Lakers just came on and played hard. The first half, they was like, not, you know, shallow. But, and this I keep telling fans over again, you got to understand, you got to get the Lakers some time. You got to give them some time to gel. Man, we still don't have Kuzma. We still don't have Rondo. And I'm telling y'all, when Rondo come, I believe that it's going to be a lot more passing. Not as fluid as, like, teams similar as the Golden State Warriors, San Antonio Spurs, those teams that pass the ball a lot, where they get like 30, 40 assists. I mean, you know, 30, 40 assists and stuff like that. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be old, complementary style basketball. It's going to be old style basketball, man, but they're just going to probably, they're going to run a lot of half-court sets and probably get up and down the court once in a while, not as much. When you got somebody like Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee, and all them, you don't really have to do fast breaks a lot, but it will make sense because it gives them easier opportunities to score. But at the same time, guys like Anthony Davis and JaVale McGee can post up these little guys. And LeBron James when he go down low. So you can beat these guys down on the defense, that when you on offense, you can score at will. And as long as the Lakers pound inside, and when the teams come to double team, because you can't play Anthony Davis one-on-one. You know what I mean? You still can't play LeBron James one-on-one. You know, so in retrospect to that, these both guys going to call for double teams. That's going to lead to likes like Danny Green, A.B. Bradley, Cook, Caruso, you know, Daniels, you know, all these guys wide open for threes. KCP, you know what I'm saying? So it's good. And all I can say at the end of the day is that it was a good game. We're 2-1. Let's continue to build. For true Laker fans, let's continue to rock. I know some of us are just a little bit so upset because we don't have, you know, we don't truly believe in LeBron yet. That's cool. That's all right. He's on the team. Respect the point he's on the team. Whatever your opinion, that's cool. I'm not mad at you. I still follow the young players, and they had a hell of a game against man, I forgot who they played, but they had a hell of a game. And I'm gonna talk about that when I start my new channel, man. And that's another reason why I want to start my channel, because I want to talk about NBA as a whole, because I love talking about NBA period. You know what I mean? That's my thing. Even though I'm a Lakers observer, but I love talking about the NBA as a whole. But with that being said, your man, love, like, share, subscribe in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think about this game and where can we build from that. I know a lot of y'all like LeBron James at that point, but right now it's the most efficient thing. And, you know, and y'all know that LeBron James had the ball in his hand 90% of the time. Like, come on, let's be real. You know, whereas a point guard there not. The only point guard that's going to get it out of his hand on that level is Rondo. Matter of fact, prime example, and I'm going to let y'all go on this. LeBron was bringing the ball down. He gave it to, God dang, I think he gave it to Cook. If I'm not mistaken, he gave it to Cook, and Cook gave it to Caruso. And Caruso gave it right back to LeBron. So LeBron get him a chance to bring the ball down, but like I said, a lot of them players, man, they they so respectable of LeBron, which ain't nothing wrong with it. They would give LeBron the ball they'll give LeBron the ball. They would give LeBron the ball, but somebody like Rondo and sometimes Cook, they're not going to give him the ball all the time. You know what I mean? They're going to basically bring it down and set up shop and figure out what they're going to do. So LeBron James will give them the keys. It's just about them accepting it and moving on with it. Anyway, y'all take care. Have a blessed one. I'm going to talk to y'all guys later. This video getting longer than what it's supposed to be. Like I said, you know, we got another game coming up tomorrow. So we get to see, I forgot who they playing. But anyway, y'all take care, have a blessed one. I'm out, man. It's getting this sunbeam in my eyes. All right. I don't know what else to say, man. You know, I'm still rocking this hat, and y'all should